Help me reach 6,000 subscribers. Support the video with a like and leave your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. Thank you. My name's Ethan, I'm 37, and until a few months ago I thought I understood what love and loyalty were. My wife Claire and I had been together for nearly 9 years. We weren't perfect, but I believed we were solid. The kind of couple that could survive rough seasons without losing sight of each other. That belief shattered one Friday morning over coffee. Claire sat across from me at the kitchen table, scrolling on her phone. She said, as casually as you might mention running errands, "The girls are planning a weekend trip to Miami. Just 2 nights, some sun, some drinks, girl stuff." I smiled. "You deserve it. You've been working hard." She kissed my cheek, thanked me, and the matter was closed. Or so I thought. The days leading up to her trip felt ordinary, except for little shifts I couldn't quite name. She laughed at texts she wouldn't show me. She started wearing perfume around the house, and she'd hum while folding clothes, a tune I hadn't heard before. I told myself not to overthink. After all, trust is supposed to mean something. When Friday came, she packed her suitcase with a kind of nervous excitement I hadn't seen in years. She hugged me, said, "Don't miss me too much," and walked out the door with that bright coral suitcase rolling behind her. I watched her drive off, and a thought flickered in my head like static. Why does her smile look rehearsed? That night I texted her, "Hope you landed safe." No reply for hours. Then, phone died. "Just checked in. Love you." Simple. Reasonable. Yet my chest felt tight. Saturday morning I noticed her iPad on the couch, the one synced to her messages. I shouldn't have opened it, I know that. But curiosity isn't always malicious. Sometimes it's just self-defense wearing a guilty face. The first thing I saw was a message from T, time-stamped the previous night. "Got the suite. Can't wait to see you. Bring that dress I like." I stared at it until the words lost shape. My throat went dry. T wasn't a friend from her office. I didn't know any T. I scrolled up. Months of texts, secret plans, photos, emojis that didn't belong in a marriage. That was the moment something inside me went still. Not angry yet, just quiet. I didn't call her. Didn't confront her. I sat there for hours, rereading every line until the disbelief turned into a numb clarity. Then I did what most men say they'd never do. I planned a response, not a reaction. By Sunday, she'd be coming home to the same house, the same kitchen table, expecting life to resume as usual. So I spent that entire day rewriting the ending she thought she controlled. I opened a new checking account, transferred my savings, changed the locks on the workshop behind the garage where I kept my tools. I didn't touch her things, not yet. I wanted her to see everything exactly where she'd left it, except for me. Sunday evening, she texted again. "Boarding soon. Be home by midnight. Can't wait for real food, Lowell," I typed. "Can't wait either." Then deleted it. I just left her on red. At 11:53 p.m., headlights swept across the living room wall. Her car door shut, heels clicked on the porch, the key turned. When she stepped in, I was sitting on the couch, calm, television muted. She froze like someone who walked into the wrong house. "Hey," she said, voice too high. "You're up late." "Yeah," I replied. "Wanted to ask how Miami was." She blinked. "It was great. Hot, crowded, Her smile twitched. I nodded slowly. "You and the girls have fun?" "Of course, why?" I handed her the iPad. It was already open to the message thread with T. The color drained from her face. "Ethan, it's not what it looks like. It's exactly what it looks like," I said, still calm. "You lied about a girls' trip." She set her bag down and reached for me, but I stepped back. "You should get some rest," I added. "You'll need it in the morning." Her voice trembled. "What's happening in the morning?" I looked at her once more. This woman I thought I knew, now a stranger in my house, and said quietly, "You'll see." She slept in the guest room that night. I didn't sleep at all. I watched the sun rise through the blinds and thought about how silence can be louder than shouting. When she finally came downstairs, the surprise was waiting on the kitchen counter, but not the kind she could ever forget. On the counter sat a single envelope, next to her favorite mug and a cup of coffee that had already gone cold. Her name was written across the front in the same neat handwriting I'd used on our wedding invitations. She saw it the moment she walked into the kitchen. "Ethan," she said softly, still half asleep, voice unsteady. "What's this?" Breakfast, I replied. And a few things I thought you might need. Inside the envelope were 3 items: a printed copy of the text thread between her and T, a neatly folded letter, and a cashier's check, half the balance of our joint savings account. She didn't open the letter right away. Her hands shook. You moved the money? I moved my half, I said. The rest is yours. I'm not going to fight about that. She swallowed hard, staring at the envelope like it was a live wire. You think walking away fixes this? You think it's that easy? No, I said. It's not easy. It's just right. For a long moment, neither of us spoke. Only the hum of the refrigerator filled the room. Then slowly she unfolded the letter. It wasn't long, just 1 page. Claire, I spent the weekend replaying everything we've built, everything we've broken. I can't change what you did and I won't beg to understand it. I just want you to know that I'm done trying to convince someone to stay who already started walking away. The mortgage is paid through next month. You'll find your name off the car lease, and the lawyer will be in touch with the paperwork by the end of the week. This isn't revenge. It's clarity. Take care of yourself. Ethan. By the time she finished reading, her mascara had already started to smear. She tried to speak, but words came out in fragments. Then I made a mistake. It wasn't supposed to mean. I stopped her. Please don't insult both of us by pretending it was a mistake. You booked flights, hotels, lied for weeks. That's not a mistake. That's a plan. She looked away, eyes wet, shoulders trembling. You were distant, Ethan. You barely touched me. I felt invisible. I know, I said quietly. And I should have noticed. But you could have talked to me. Instead, you gave someone else what you wouldn't give me. Honesty. For a moment, she looked like she might collapse right there. But I didn't move to catch her. That's the cruelest part of betrayal. The moment you realize the person who used to hold you up is the reason you're falling. She whispered, Who's the lawyer? Does it matter? I asked. She didn't answer. Just nodded as if admitting defeat to herself. I took one last sip of my coffee and set the mug down. I'll stay at a friend's place for a few days. You can pack what you need. I'll handle the rest after. Is this really it? She said, her voice breaking. It's been it for a while, I said. We just stopped saying it out loud. I walked past her toward the door. She reached out, fingertips brushing my arm, but I stepped aside. Her touch didn't burn anymore. It was just cold, like the air between us. Before I left, I turned back once. Claire, do you remember the first trip we ever took? The cabin by the lake? She nodded slowly. You said it was your favorite place because it felt honest. No makeup, no Wi-Fi, no pretending. Just us. I paused. I hope you find that kind of honesty again, even if it's not with me. Then I walked out. A week later, a mutual friend texted me a photo. Claire had moved out, left the house key under the mat, and taken the coral suitcase. The letter was still on the counter, folded neatly beside the empty mug. She'd underlined one line in blue ink. This isn't revenge. It's clarity. I didn't reply to the message. I didn't need to. In the months that followed, I learned that silence can heal louder than words. I fixed up the old cabin by the lake, spent my weekends there. Sometimes I'd sit on the porch at sunset, the sky turning gold over the water, and think about how love doesn't always die in anger. Sometimes it just grows quiet enough to let truth in. Claire texted once. Months later, I still think about that morning. I never responded. There wasn't anything left to say, because some surprises aren't about revenge or punishment. They're about revelation, the kind that teaches you peace isn't found in getting even, but in finally letting go. And that was the real surprise she'd never forget. Because neither would I.